All right, so you're in class 10 right now and you're dead serious about cracking NEET in 2028. Let's get one thing straight. This isn't just another motivational video. This is a system. It's a step-by-step roadmap designed to get you an all-India rank under 1,000. So let's just dive right in.
So you've got that dream, right? You can see yourself in that white coat becoming a doctor. It's an amazing goal, truly. But the path to get there, it starts right now. And I mean like right now.
I need you to really listen up here because the next 2 years are, without a doubt, going to be the most decisive of your academic life. They're going to decide your rank, which medical college you get into, and yeah, your entire future. And here's the brutal truth. Most students who don't make it, they don't fail because they're not smart enough. No, they fail because they followed the wrong strategy from day one. So today, we're going to build you the right strategy starting from the ground up.
Okay, let's break this down. First up, phase 1, the foundation phase. Now, this is that little window of time right after your Class 10 exams, but just before Class 11 really kicks off. And believe it or not, this is where a shocking 90% of students make their first and honestly, their most critical mistakes.
Now, what's so interesting about this phase is that your goal is the exact opposite of what you might think. It's not about speed. It's all about clarity. Think of it like this. You're building the foundation of a massive skyscraper. If this part is weak, if you rush it, everything you build on top of it for the next 2 years is just going to come crashing down. So your whole focus should be on deeply understanding the basic concepts. So what does that actually look like day to day? Here's a simple, super effective system. 2 hours for biology. And I'm talking reading the NCERT textbook line by line, like really absorbing every single word. Then set aside an hour and a half for physics. Just focus on basic concepts and don't be afraid to tackle some simple numerical problems. And then another hour and a half for chemistry, just locking down those absolute fundamentals like the mole concept and atomic structure. And this brings me to the #1 most important rule of phase 1. Do not, under any circumstances, jump straight into those thick, heavy coaching modules or buy a dozen different reference books. That is a total recipe for disaster. Right now, your Bible, your single source of truth, is the NCERT textbook. Master it first, and you will be miles ahead of everyone who thinks they're too smart for this step.
Okay, foundation is set, you're feeling solid. Now let's move to phase 2, the core building year. Welcome to Class 11. This is where the real race begins, and trust me, this is where we separate the serious contenders from the crowd.
Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Class 11 is the most dangerous year of your entire preparation. It's a total paradox. On one hand, this is the year where most toppers really build their unbeatable lead. But on the other hand, it's also the year where most aspirants get lost, create huge backlogs, and, well, they just never recover. The stakes are incredibly high. So, how do you navigate this dangerous year and come on top? You need a precise strategy. Okay, step 1. Solve practice questions immediately after you finish every single topic. Don't just sit there watching lectures. Active problem solving is what makes things stick. Step 2, take a mock test every week. And here's the pro tip, you have to analyze your mistakes. I mean, really analyze them. Keep a mistake notebook. Was it a concept gap, a calculation error, a silly mistake? You gotta track these patterns. And third, the golden rule you can never ever break, no backlogs. Period. I really need this to sink in. The absolute non-negotiable principle of Class 11 is this. A backlog isn't just a chapter you missed. A backlog is a direct drop in your future rank. Every single topic you put off for later is a point you are willingly giving away to your competition. It's really that simple.
Let's move on to phase 3, the acceleration phase. This is your Class 12 year. And if Class 11 was all about building a strong core, Class 12 is about putting the pedal to the metal. The whole game changes now.
So, what's the big shift in Class 12? Well, pretty much everything. Your foundation is strong, right? So now it's all about speed and volume. The goal is to finish the syllabus efficiently while massively ramping up the number of questions you practice every single day. And what kind of volume are we really talking about here? It's this number, 150. That's your new daily minimum, 150 multiple choice questions. Every single day, no excuses. This is how you build the speed, the accuracy, and the mental stamina you need to dominate the actual NEET exam. So how does this break down by subject? For biology, the NCERT textbook shouldn't just be something you've read.
It needs to be on your fingertips. You should know it inside and out. For chemistry, it's all about constant revision cycles for organic and inorganic. Maybe use mind maps, anything to see the connections. And for physics, it's just pure practice and mastering how to apply formulas under serious time pressure.
All right, let's fast forward to the final and honestly, the most crucial phase. Phase 4, the final revision year. You've built the foundation, you've hit the accelerator. This is the final lap. This is what determines who gets the gold medal. It's what separates a good rank from a truly great one.
To absolutely crush this phase, you can't just revise randomly. You need a system. I like to call it the 3-layer revision strategy. So, layer 1 is multiple, and I mean multiple, revisions of the entire NCRT syllabus until it's just second nature. Layer 2 is a super fast revision of your own short, concise notes. And layer 3, the one that really separates the top ranks, is a deep, ruthless analysis of every single mock test you take. The whole mindset you need to adopt here is simple but powerful. Look, making a mistake once, that's just part of learning. But making the exact same mistake twice, that's not a knowledge problem, that's a discipline problem. Your goal is to hunt down every single error from your mock tests and make sure it never, ever happens again. Okay, we've walked through the entire 4-phase roadmap. Now let's just lock in the absolute non-negotiables. These are the rules that have to underpin your entire 2-year journey. Think of this as your personal constitution for NEET prep. Let's make sure you avoid the 5 biggest mistakes that just sink thousands of aspirants every single year. Number 1, ignoring NCRT. 2, not making revision a daily habit. 3, getting lost because you're trying to study from 10 different books. 4, passively watching lectures without actually solving problems. And the biggest one of all, constantly comparing your progress with others. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. And here's a non-negotiable that might actually surprise you. 7. That is the absolute minimum number of hours you have to sleep every night. Your brain needs rest to consolidate information and perform at its best. Sacrificing sleep is not some badge of honor. It's a huge strategic mistake that will absolutely cost you marks. If you take only one thing away from this whole thing, let it be this: consistency beats motivation. Every single time. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. Discipline is what you do on the days you don't feel like it. So build a system. Don't rely on feelings. Your daily study habit is what will carry you when that motivation inevitably fades. So I just want to leave you with this final thought. Doctors are not made in one heroic day of intense studying. They are built brick by brick through thousands of hours of daily focused discipline. This journey is long, but with the right system, it is absolutely achievable. The only question is, are you ready to commit?